Hope you're having a good evening. I am back on working on my new project, Project Starlight. I'm hoping to get more ideas for the plot and more world building, I think, actually, because I kind of feel like I'm still kind of building up the idea for the world, and I just need some ideas, basically. Um, so that's what I'm gonna be doing today, just brainstorming, um, and we'll see how it goes. Brainstorming and plotting, drinking our coffees. Probably shouldn't be drinking coffee this late at night, but you know what? It's okay. A coffee a day keeps the migraine away. thinking about Ben Barnes as possibly the male lead looks, but I'm not positive yet. He's like almost what I envisioned, but like I envisioned someone a little bit more bulkier, if that makes sense. Hmm. I can envision the guy in my head, and it's not quite Ben Barnes. Oh, this is close. I feel like this guy looks close. I'm gonna save him just because he's very close to what I envision the male lead. There's like certain aspects of him that look close. This guy too. Gonna save him too. Just trying to get more of an idea. This guy also is getting closer. Not quite there yet, but I feel like I'm getting closer to what my male lead looks like. Close. I'm getting closer. This guy doesn't look like the male lead, but he kind of looks like one of the outcasts. I think I'm going to switch him out for this character shot. Headshot. Okay. Getting closer. Really good. I like him. I feel like he's close to the other guy. Not quite there yet, but close. He's close too. I like him a lot. I feel like he's still the closest of all the ones I picked. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I think this is the closest I'll get to him for now. You can barely see his face. No, that won't work. There we go. Much better. That looks really close to my male lead. Feel like he still is not quite there, but really close to what I envisioned. I keep doing that. Don't mind me. I'm still getting used to this program. There we go. Okay, I still need to figure out his name. I feel like his symbol would be like a cat. Cat. Mm. Just need something close. I'm not really a big artist, so I won't be able to draw it myself, but if I can just get an idea of what it looks like. Kind of like that. But it looks more like a lion rather than cat ears. tiger. Should I write tiger? That's very close to hunters. I'm slumped a little bit. Kind of like this one. Still figuring out song for him. Still don't feel like that image of him is quite yet right yet. But it's getting there. It's getting there. I can't fixate on that. Or I shouldn't fixate on that. Hmm. Everything is frozen. What is the classes in an empire? Classes in an empire. Okay, so aristocratic class. So I'm assuming that would be like lord and lady. And then farmers, artisans, merchants, traders. Okay. Can I just screenshot this? I'll just put it right here because I'm lazy and I don't feel like writing it out. And that's for the underground specifically. I will come up with a better name for it later. Okay. I've yet to make a map. Hmm. Trying to think of my idea of different. If that's gonna work. Oops. still trying to figure out my theme and that kind of thing. Oops. I thought that was a highlighter. Highlighting all the ones that kind of like work in my story. Because I need inspiration right now. I still need to find a good name for my main characters. Let's see if Pinterest will load for me this time. Kind of like the name Cohen. It means hero. I like the name is Zara. It's pretty. I wanted one of them to be called Davian. Think I'm gonna have it as the hair guy. Davian. Whoops, I have it as highlighter still. Davian Hunter. I like that. I feel like it fits some. I don't have another character in one of my other stories called Davian, do I? Let me double check. I think I have a D name that's confusing me, and I just need to double check. Let's see. Excuse me. Where are you, story? There you are. It's Darian? Yep, I already used Darian. Oh boy. Okay, then I need to come up with a different name. I was like, it's too good of a name for me to have not used before, and lo and behold, it was one that I've already used, so I can't use that one. New name. Oh no, this is Davian, not Darian. Okay, that's different. It's one letter different, but it's different enough, I think. Davian. There we go. Okay, so we've got one name, and it's not even one of my main two characters. It's one of my side characters. But you know what? That's progress. That's progress. Um. Hmm. Did I come up with any ideas for your name? What about under hunters? I have Mavros. It means black, supposedly. I'd have to double check that. But I feel like that's like a good bad guy name, Mavros. It just sounds like a bad guy name. No closer to getting my main character's names. Scandinavian. I can't spell Scandinavian. Scandinavian fantasy aesthetic. there a culture that talks about the stars a lot? Because I feel like culture focused around stars. What about Italian fantasy aesthetic? Trying to find new fantasy aesthetics for ideas. Ooh, I like this guy. Hmm. Finland, fun fact, Finland has the highest percentage of people with blonde hair. Hmm. Hmm. Country with most farmland. Let's do that. Country with most farmland. Oh, interesting. India has the most farmland in the world. What about the second? Hmm. Next up is Spain. España. I spelled Spain wrong, didn't I? Yes, I did. There we go. Ooh, I do like this a little bit better. Ooh, I like this one. think Spain might be. Okay, I'm gonna change my. Where was that? Was that under plotting? I put Scandinavian right there. Okay. I'm gonna change this to Spanish. Spanish. So Spanish. And then next up, the coldest country. Other than Antarctica, I mean, coldest livable country. It is indeed Russia. First was Antarctica, then it was Russia, and then Russia again, and then Russia again, and then Canada, and then Alaska. Okay, I'm gonna stick with Russian for now for the hunters. And when I say Russian, I mean it's inspired, like their land is inspired by Russia, but they're not Russian because it's a fantasy world. I just am trying to like narrow down, like instead of just like European or just Asian, I'm trying to make sure that I have like an actual culture, one specific culture that I'm inspired by. So like capital city is Chinese. I'm sure I could get even more specific of what era it was inspired by, but for now I just have that it's inspired by ancient China. And then I have for my Astor family, I have Spanish because I really liked the aesthetic of that. And then for my Hunter family, I have Russia because they have cold lands, so I'm trying to go with what kind of lands they have. So what do I have on my list of things? I have hmm let's see. We have Race of Beings, Starlight, Hunted by Shapeshifters, Starlight Escape to Modern World, Masquerades in Modern World, Romeo and Juliet with Happy Ending, Portal Fantasy, Middle Age Falls first, because I love that trope. Still trying to think about my one sentence summary. I really need to come up with names for my female lead and my male lead, but I have not gone that far yet. I just can't settle on a good name for them yet. I haven't really figured out what their personalities are yet. I don't know why. I'm having a harder time, like I know what their personality types are, but like I'm having a harder time coming up with their, like, I don't know, their quirks and stuff. There's that guy. Then I need my... Nope, wrong lady. This lady. Oh, I just realized you can't see what I'm working on. Let me scroll. Oops, scroll. Went too far. I don't know why I'm having so hard time with their personalities. Usually that's like the first thing that I figure out. Like, I have an idea about personalities almost immediately. I know he's mischievous. Okay, need to write this down. Oops. Still have I keep doing that. He's mischievous. He's... What else? What personality type did I have him as? ENTP. He's mischievous. Saying mysterious isn't helpful. What else? I kind of see him as like in the Alice in Wonderland, Romeo and Juliet theming. I kind of saw him as like Romeo, but not like actually not Romeo at all. Just he's in the place of the male lead in the Romeo and Juliet, and then a little bit of the Mad Hatter and a little bit of the Cheshire cat. He's not crazy. I don't want him to be like or as mad as the Hatter, but he's I don't want to say damaged either. He's like what's that word? Not stoic. Oh, it's like we're not apathetic. It's like where you're like where you my brain's blanking out. Not apathetic, not stoic. It's I can't think. It's like in between those two. It's like desensitized to pain, but not quite that either. Hmm. Like he's gone through like so many rough times that he's maybe stoic is the right word. I'm gonna write stoic for now because I can't think of the word I'm thinking of. Let me stoic. Yes, stoic is what I was thinking of. Because its definition is a person who can endure pain or hardship without showing their feelings or complaining. I kind of feel like that's him. Um, like instead of like focusing on like the pain, he like sometimes is a little self-deprecating. Okay, actually, I should probably write that down because that's a quirk. Slightly self-deprecating. Okay, maybe not just slightly. He's uh, self-deprecating humor, self-deprecating humor, because he's really not proud of like who his parents are, like, and what they do, um, or who they try to make him into being. What else? This is progress though. Um, what else? Like him, I have like at least a general idea. Her, I have like no clue. Like she's a little bit like Alice, but like more just like because she like is transported into a new world at one point. She like goes from the modern world to like the underground. I don't have a better term for the other world yet, so I just call it the underground until I have a better name for it. Um, and like I also have her personality type, but like I just can't seem to get a handle on like what she's like. She's an INFP, but that's as far as I've gotten. She's okay. She's independent. Um, independent, a wanderer, or loves to travel. Loves to travel. Um, she's not an extrovert, but she's definitely likes people. But I don't know what that would be. She's a little bit of an ambivert. Um, that's honestly all I have on her so far. It's not much. I need to make her more three-dimensional, but I just haven't. Like, I need to find a character that she's like has similarities to, so I can like get more of a. And also, I had more like comics that I was inspired by for him, but not so much for her. So, like for instance, it's under my art inspo. There's this comic that I really like. I mean, these kind of show her personality a little bit, or like an idea for her personality. But I didn't want to copy the personality I get from the vibe of the art. I just want to like be inspired by it. But like for instance, Um, where is the picture? Where is it? Where did it go? Oh, it's under female lead and male lead. Like for instance, I have like this one which I don't even know what it's for, but it like inspired me. Like I want that something similar like that to happen. So she's like bold. Okay, I should write bold. Can be bold when situation calls for it. Um, so yeah, there was that one, and then, but I like really, I don't know what this is from, but it really inspired the character for the male lead. Like, I love this. I don't know what it is from, but I don't. It just like this whole thing inspired their dynamic a little bit, and also like the looks of the male lead. Like, I really want to find a actor that looks like that dude, but I can't. I don't know where I can find a guy that looks like that. Um, so yeah, I that's like kind of like the vibes. Like she's little but fierce, I guess. Little but fierce. Um, what else? This is like a lot more progress than I had. I was so stuck. Sorry, drinking my coffee. Um, I'll figure out more of her quirks later. But this is progress. This is like a good amount of progress, which I'm happy with. Um, because I was stuck. I kind of wonder if I should start plotting soon, like outlining. But I feel like I kind of need to like figure out some of these main things. I mean, the thing is, I'm kind of like a plotster. Like I like to like plan a bit, but then I also like kind of discovering the characters while I'm writing. But with this one, I just feel like I need to have more grasp on the characters, just because there's gonna be like a lot of dynamics going on. So I'm just like trying not to put too much pressure on myself because I don't want to like get anxious about the project and I want to still enjoy it. But at the same time, I'm all like kind of putting more pressure on myself because I don't know. I just feel like I need to, um, I ne- like the world. I need a general idea and I need like scenes and stuff. But I feel like the characters I really need to dial into a lot more. And I just haven't really figured that out yet. Um, I need to put bold, can be fierce. She's a bit of an ambivert. Ambivert. Um, I think also because I'm like still developing their soundtrack. Hello. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Esther is the last name of the. That's like the family name because it means star. Um, but I haven't figured out her first name. Like, I kind of want it to be like something like bright or like the sun or something like that. But I haven't quite figured that out yet. Just like I haven't figured out the male lead's name yet either. He's evading me. The last name's there, Hunter, which was an easy pick, but like for the life of me I can't figure out their names. And I feel like they have to work together figuring out things. That is a good question. Now I'm curious. What is the roots of disaster? Because I'm curious. Root definition. So the dis prefix means to take apart or reversal or separation. And then actually I have my etymology thing. Let me just pull that up. Disaster. So it comes from the Italian disastro, which literally means ill-starred. So, kind of has background in an astrological sense of like destiny, fortune, and fate. So that's where that comes from. Like misfortune literally means unlucky star. So that's interesting. Yeah. One of my favorite apps that I have on my phone is I'm gonna etymology. It's etymology, but online, and they have an app, and um, and you can look up the roots of words. And I really enjoyed it when I was working on my projects like ages ago, Villainous from the Stars, because I created a whole new language. So I was looking at the roots of words and trying to figure out things. So this it really came in handy. I really liked it. But yeah, I've always been fascinated with the roots of words too. It is. It's a total geeky app. I love it. But I remember being in middle school and learning about roots of words and just like finding it fascinating. For the life of me, I can't remember all the roots to words anymore. I have to look it up, but I remember loving figuring it out. Are you working on anything today, Sal? I'm working on. I'm glad you're feeling accomplished with your procrastination. Sometimes we just need to procrastinate. Honestly, I think it's like not good, but like I feel like we all need to take breaks sometimes and just like turn our minds off from like certain projects because I feel like when we're too focused on it, then like uh, it can be a little hard to. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I kind of ran out of what I was trying to say. I was kind of hoping to get this all plotted out by the end of October. I don't necessarily do NaNoWriMo anymore because of like the whole controversy around NaNoWriMo, but I still like do the concept of trying to write a novel in like six, 60 days? No, 30 days. You like the thinking part of writing, not the writing part? Yeah. Brainstorming is a lot of fun. I I enjoy writing, like the actually art of writing, but I definitely like the kind of daydreaming about it. I don't know if I like it more. I think it depends on the story, honestly, and how many scenes I've already figured out. Yeah, there was a lot of negative stuff with NaNoWriMo. So I just, I mean, I never went on the forums and that kind of thing, so I like was never part of that drama, but I don't, I just, to be neutral, I just stay away from controversial thingies. I can understand that. It can be really hard to like not judge everything you're writing, especially like first drafts are really hard, I think, for a lot of people because it's not supposed to be perfect, but it can be really hard to like let go and just be like, it's fine. That's not perfect. Just need to complete the story idea, and it can be really hard. I think for me, at least, getting past that was finding a really story that I really, really loved and believed in, and then it was easier in a way to get past that because I was like going towards a goal. I don't know what Phoebe. Oh, the names Phoebe or Helen, or are those like programs? And I don't know. Because if they're programs, I don't know them. If they're for the names, I do. Phoebe reminds me too much of Friends from Friends. Not that that's a bad thing. Um, and I do like Helen though. I think Helen means something like beloved or something. I literally looked it up, Helen, like not that long ago, and I just for the life of me I can't remember what Helen means. Name meaning is torch or light. It also means shining or warming. I do like that. And she technically like grew up in the modern world or the modern world of this planet. So like a more sedate name that's not like too fantasy. Oh no, I liked Phoebe too. It's just I have this weird thing where like if I know of someone like already like a character and their name something, I have a hard time associating them then with a character that I've created. If that makes sense. So like I don't like naming people after people I know or like that kind of thing. So, um or like, characters from shows. Um so, yeah, that's just kind of the thing. So yeah, if I've used a name in any of my writing, even my fan fiction, I don't like reusing it again for something else. Um, that's just a quirk I have. I love the name making. That's not the right term. Like the name finding. It's just this time it's a lot harder for some reason, and I don't know why. But I will put Helen under consideration. I'll put Helen question mark as her name because I like the meaning behind Helen. Helen question mark. And then I need a filler last name because she's not gone by her last name Aster. She's gone by a different name. So I need to figure that out. Um, but I do like that name. It's just a nice, simple name, and it has nice meanings. So thank you. Um, my thing with my male lead is I'm trying to think of what his parents would have named him, and so that means it has to have some meaning in like the hunting genre or like predator or dangerous or strong. So I end up I'm still out. I'm brainstorming and outlining. I haven't really started like story structure yet, so I haven't quite gone into the outlining yet. But this is like I'm definitely been brainstorming like the character profiles and the setting, the world building, and that kind of thing. Um, 'Cause I just feel like this time I have to like figure out the characters a lot more than I normally do. Like I normally kind of just like figure out them as I write. Like I get a general idea of their personality, but then I like figure out the rest of it as I write. But I feel like this time I just kind of like need to figure them out a little bit more. And then I think once I figure out them a little bit more, I'll be able to have more inspiration for like scenes and stuff. Because the first half of the book, I'm planning on having it very much about their romance, them like falling in love, and then the conflict when yeah. So, kind of comes a little bit after they fall in love. Because, I don't know if you heard, but it's kind of inspired by Alice in Wonderland meets Romeo and Juliet, but like a happy ending of Romeo and Juliet. And also older than what Romeo and Juliet are. So, like, Romeo and Juliet canonically were like 13-year-olds. My characters are actually the male lead is 30 and my female character is 25. So, they're older. Oh, I'm glad you like Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, like my main male lead, which I have like up right now. They were what? Yeah, yeah. Romeo and Juliet. Well, at least Juliet was 13 or 14, canonically. So yeah, when you think about that, it kind of puts the whole thing in perspective a little bit. Um, but yeah, my male lead is kind of inspired by the Cheshire Cat, kind of meets Mad Hatter a little bit. Um, just a little inspiration from them too. Yeah, it's one of those things. Um, yeah. I remember my English teacher talked about it a bit because he's like, it puts this story in perspective because you're like hormonal teenagers. But then also in that time period, I mean, they were getting married earlier, but still, I mean, that's just really young. Oh, yeah. I never finished watching Once Upon a Time. I I don't know. I just kind of got tired of certain things reappearing in it. But I did enjoy like I really enjoyed it this like world building and like the stories and that kind of thing. I enjoyed that. Um but yeah, I remember the Mad Hatter. Did you ever see the spin-offs like the Alice in Wonderland spin-off? That was a lot of fun. They're nice, like if you like are craving Once Upon a Time, but you're like not feeling like watching like all of Once Upon a Time. Um, then I would suggest checking out, especially since you like Alice in Wonderland. Try finding Alice in Wonderland. I think it's on Disney Plus. Last time I checked, I'm pretty sure it was on Disney Plus. So if you have Disney Plus, you can check it out that way. I'm trying to remember what it was called, like the exact title of it. Let me see. Alice in Wonderland. Once Upon a Time. Yeah, it was called Once Upon a Time in Wonderland. Also, if you like Alice in Wonderland, I don't know if you remember, there was a TV show called Alice, and it was like from Sci-Fi. I really enjoyed that Alice. It was kind of like more like almost not steampunk, but like cyberpunk almost. Alice in Wonderland. It was like a modern Alice that goes to Wonderland. I'm pretty sure it was just called Alice. Alice Sci-Fi. Yeah, it was back in 2009. It had like quite a few like big names in it. Hmm. Did I make some? Did I have the cat? Which animal should I pick? What animals would the leads have as pets? Um, I feel like my female lead would probably have like a deer or a bird. Yeah, I use questions sometimes to get to know them better. My male lead is a shapeshifter, so um, his shapeshifted form is a feline. Um, but he actually has two forms, and his first form, which is a slight spoiler, but I mean, I kind of feel like when I do these, I get, since I'm outlining, everyone's gonna get spoilers, but uh, like most of his family, like when they shapeshift into like large forms, because it's like the size of the whatever size they are, they shapeshift into it. But for some reason, he shapeshifted it into like a smaller size, And so he looks like a domestic cat, and so they think he's like just a domestic cat. But then um he actually isn't. He's a tiger. But yeah. So he's kind of like outcasted in his family because they all believe he's like a domestic cat. And so like they're like, "What can you hunt? Like you're like useless." And so then they kind of like throw him away, kind of situation. And then later on, it's revealed that he's actually can shapeshift into like full form as well, and it's a tiger. I don't know how realistic that is, but I liked the idea, so I'm gonna put it in my story, and then when my beta readers read it, if they find it's too hard, like suspension of belief is too hard, then I might change it. But for now, that's the idea. And then this is the cat that he looks like when he's like small, which I looked up domestic cats that look like tigers to get this image. And there's actually they're called Twiggers, which is an adorable name for a cute cat. And then his inspiration from like the kind of Mad Hatter's like team, he has like um, a rat cousin and a hare cousin. Yeah, I guess it does open up a lot of ways for like comedy. Um, and this is as close I've gotten for my like image. I've image searched for like someone that looks like my character, but like I was inspired. Like I want to find an actor or something that looks like this guy. Oh, there he goes. I'm trying to find someone that looks like that, and I have yet to find someone that looks like that. But I was very inspired by this. I don't know where it's from, but I was inspired by it. So, but yeah, I've gotten like a couple images here and there of like the male lead kind of inspiration, but I haven't like found one that's like exactly what I'm looking for. But this guy was like the closest I could get to right now. And I can like I'm one of those people that can get lost in like image searching for certain things if I'm not careful because like it's kind of like that researcher mind. Um, so I was like, okay, I just need to step back and just like settle on this picture for a little bit. But yeah, that's Helen question mark, and then we have Davian, which is the hare. He's a cousin of the male lead. And then I have this guy, which I still haven't figured out his name yet, but he's a rat shapeshifter. So, which is inspired by the dormouse. But I, the animal, the shapeshifter family is mostly predators. So, except for the outcasts. So I was trying to like get as close to like a predator animal as I could for the certain outcasts. I really like this Davian character so far. Like I have nothing on his personality except his personality type, but I don't know. He's handsome. He's gonna be a fun side character. This guy I might kill off. I don't know yet. I just don't want to kill off Davian because he's just too cute. So, like, I already have a soft spot for him, and I'm like, I don't want to kill him off, but I might kill off the rat. um, but I don't know. I I have a hard time killing off characters. I know that's like some writers' favorite thing to do, but I have a really hard time killing off characters. Like I'll injure them nearly mortally, but they'll get back up and not die. But yeah, I have a hard time killing off characters. I just get too like attached to them. Ooh, Gerald, Strong, Arwen, God of Hunting or something. Ooh, I like these. I'm gonna look up this Gerald. Also means spear or strong and open-minded. And yeah, especially when you get attached to them. Yeah, I had too many people in my first book. Well, not my first book that I ever finished, but my second book that I ever finished. I had too many people that I just liked too much. I couldn't even kill off my like antagonist. Like I had a soft spot for her too. And also I felt like I don't know. I just when I had the final scene in that book, um, I just it didn't fit to kill her off at the moment. Um, let's see. Names that mean. Oh, I could do this on my thing. I don't know why I'm doing it on my phone when I can show what I'm doing. Names. Boy names that mean warrior. Well, she didn't really live happily ever after, but she definitely didn't die. She was kind of like tossed aside by like, yeah, spoilers, but anyways, but she just didn't get what she wanted in the end, which kind of drove her even more insane. So, I always liked the name Cyrus, but I already have a character. When my first book that I finished, I had the guy's name was Alexander Cyrus. I was like, I loved that name. I was like, I felt so proud of that one. Evander, I like that one. Finley, I already have a character named Finley. What name was I gonna look up? There was a name I was gonna look up. No, it's not here. It's over here. Wait, where was it? Cohen. I went to look up Cohen meaning because it says it's hero, but I always like double checking when they're on Pinterest like that. Brave, capable, or hero. It's actually a Dutch name. Bold and brave. I like that name a lot. Yeah, I actually have all my completed stories are on Tapas and Wattpad. Yeah, Cohen is a cool name. I'm kind of leaning towards it, honestly. I was thinking it maybe for the male lead, Cohen. Cohen and Helen. Does that sound correct? What would their ship name be? It would just sound like Cohen. Okay, I'm going to put Cohen as his possible name. Because I really like that name. Cohen, question mark, I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going with, but at least I'm getting closer. Yeah, Cohen and Helen. Colon? Yeah, Colin could work. Her, yeah, basically her name is like the ship name. Yep. Okay, so we are. I mean, I feel like they work Cohen and Helen. Cohen and Helen. Cohen. I think it works. Thank you. That was one of the main things I wanted to get done today was I really wanted to finally get their names down because I was like I'd yet to have their names and that's not good. I now need to figure out a last name for her. Um I need a name that means steward. Surname that isn't just Stewart. Surname that means helper. Actually, I want to do behind the name because I like that one. Where is it? There we go. Helper. That's true. What is Stewart? Stewart name meaning? Oh, Stewart means steward. Okay. I will have that as my placeholder name for her last name. Cause she oops, what happened? Oh, that scared me. Um, she was handed over to the Astors um stewards, basically, to protect her in the modern world. But she's actually an Astor. And then Tapas. Author Celestia Sharp. Depending on you were asking about my stories. Oh, what app am I using? The thing that I'm writing in is Good Notes, and then I got the templates from Anna New. So those are what I am doing. And then just in case you want them, here's my link to my books. I have Tapas and then I have Wattpad. I don't know which. Most people don't like Wattpad anymore. I don't know. Or at least a couple of my viewers don't like Wattpad anymore. So there's Tapas, and then I can also send you the Wattpad if you wanted. But there's my two books, Villainess from the Stars and The Flower Path, that are currently completed. So if you want to look at those. No pressure though. Just you asked about the books, so there you go. I think I'm reaching an almost end of what I can do today. I remember Wattpad from the ancient times. Yeah. I keep on going for my coffee and then I forget I have no more. Well, I do have the Wattpad link if you want it, but yeah, I did it. Isekai, and it was like Villainous from the Stars, and then Portal Fantasy was my Rofan, which was the Flower Path. And then this one I'm working on right now is another Portal Fantasy because, I mean, there has to be a portal if you're doing an Alice in Wonderland themed. Not themed, but inspired. Yeah, Villainous from the Stars is more like a cozy fantasy where you kind of like discover the world through the eyes of like the main character, but there's also multiple point of views too. And then Flower Path is a short romance. It's only like 25 chapters, and it's portal fantasy and elemental powers and that kind of thing. So it was my first romance that I wrote. So I've gotten good reviews from family members, but those are family members, and a couple from people that have read it otherwise. But um, yeah, it's out there. I'm trying to get more feedback from people so that I can know what I need to work on and that kind of thing. Thank you. I had a lot of fun writing Villainous from the Stars. That's one I was talking about that I wrote. Was looking up a lot of roots for because I created a language for it. Um, it was a love project, so I kind of miss it, honestly. I want to eventually write another book. I have an idea for the same world, but yeah, it was one of those things where I went into it not meaning to create a language, but it just sort of happened. I was like writing and I was like, you know what would be great here? You know what? a whole costumes about how to greet people, and then I'd also need the language. So I wrote a language that had a whole bunch of root. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. Well, I had this like list of like oh, well, like I said, I have a love for root words, so that kind of that's what kind of sparked it. Excuse me. It is. Yeah. Yeah, I would say it. I definitely am a nerd and a geek. A combination of both. Well, I think I'm going to finish up for tonight. I'm going on almost like 2 hours now, and that's usually my mark. Um, oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Oh, thanks for the follow. I really enjoyed talking with you. Would you like me to send you over to if I can find another writer right now? There was someone streaming 2 hours ago, but I don't know if they're still streaming. Okay, let me go ahead and switch over. One moment. It was nice talking with you.